7 effective body language tips for your next job interview. What is body language? Body language is the way you communicate your feelings with your posture, gestures, facial expressions and movements. Body language is usually subconscious, but with practice, you can learn to control your body language and project confidence to those around you. Why is body language during an interview important? Your body language during a job interview projects your emotions to the interviewer. There are certain movements and body positions that indicate negative emotions like nervousness or disdain, while others project interest and ease. Neutral or positive body language allows the interviewer to focus on what you are saying rather than how you look. When the interviewer can easily process what you are saying, you are more likely to be called back with a job offer. Leaning in isn't just a metaphorical way to get ahead. It's also a legitimate way to portray good body language during a job interview. Job interviews are notorious tightrope walks. You want to be confident, but not obnoxious, intelligent but not a know-it-all. Trying to find a balance and also explain why you deserve a job is hard enough. But what if your body language could help you out? Career experts have long analyzed body movement as a way to determine a person's character. To determine what kind of movements are vital for interviews, we spoke to body language expert Dr. Lillian Glass, who writes about these kinds of tips in her book The Body Language Advantage, Patty Wood, a body language expert and author of Snap, Making the Most of First Impressions, Body Language and Charisma, and Tonya Raymond, a body language expert whose latest book was 2012's The Body Language of Dating. Before the interview. Put on your confidence even before the interview commences. In the waiting area, have good posture while standing and sitting. Keep your back straight and your chin parallel to the ground. While you may not have met your interviewer at this point, it's still possible that the receptionist or potential future co-workers are observing you. When you sit down to wait, place your briefcase or purse to the left side of your chair. That will reduce awkwardness when you have to shake the interviewer's hand and grab your personal items. The interview kickoff, the handshake. Most likely, the handshake will be your only moment of physical contact with the interviewer. Studies say that handshakes play a significant role in first impressions, so make it count. Your shake should be neither bone-crushing nor like a limp fish. Aim for a firm handshake, and as you shake, make eye contact and smile. During the interview. While first impressions do count for a lot, it's during your conversation that interviewers will have an extended time to take you in. Your answers to questions are important, as is your stance while listening and responding. Keep these body language tips in mind. Posture and sitting style. First and foremost, no slumping. Keep your back straight. Lean forward slightly to indicate interest. Do not recline back into the chair fully, this can make you seem bored or disengaged. Avoid crossing your arms or placing items in your lap, these habits indicate defensiveness, nerves, and a need for self-protection when what you'd ideally convey during an interview is confidence. 1. Sit all the way back in your seat. Sit firmly and lean your back straight against the chair. It's the first thing Glass recommends, an automatic signal of assurance and confidence. If you're a natural sloucher, pretend there's a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. 2. Don't go for direct eye contact. Instead, go for direct face contact, Glass recommends. A more effective way to ensure you look interested and engaged is to look different parts of someone's face every 2 seconds, rotating from eyes, to nose, to lips, so you're never just drilling into the interviewer's eyes. 3. Prepare in private. Confident people are prepared. When you arrive at your interview, take some time to gather your documents, put your phone on silent and review any information before you enter the building. As soon as you walk inside, you will be interacting with company employees, and you immediately want to project confidence to them. Gather your thoughts and materials in a private place. 4. Be aware in the waiting room. Waiting for the interview to begin may seem like a great time to catch up on emails or send a text, but your time would be better spent introducing yourself to the receptionist and waiting patiently. If you're able to, choose a seat where you can see the door you think the interviewer will enter through so there is no awkwardness when they come in. 5. Maintain good posture. Once you are in the actual interview, keep your posture upright. Choose a straight-backed chair if possible, and keep your chin up and shoulders down. Great posture displays confidence. 6. Keep your palms open. You can use your hands to talk if that is natural for you, but make sure you keep your palms open as you do so. Open, upward-facing palms demonstrate you have nothing to hide and are confident in what you are saying. 7. Hand gestures. Job interview body language suggests making use of your hands by way of subtle gestures. Hand movements like touching your fingertips, clasping palms, and moving your fingers as you speak, are signs of honesty and openness. You can also try resting your hands in your lap at a time. Clenching fists and waving hands while speaking implies you're nervous and unpredictable. Biting your nails during the interview is a strict no-no as it'll make you seem nervous and distracting at the same time. There are so many ways body language can either make you sink or soar during an interview, said Catherine M. Parton, principal at Parton Communications LLC. The main idea here is to release your energy, instead of keeping it trapped inside. When released, you'll look and feel confident. When trapped, anxiety and nerves abound. Bree Reynolds, FlexJobs senior career specialist and career coach, added this: your body language is one piece of your overall interview performance, and sometimes it can have an outsized impact. As humans, we're naturally conditioned to pay attention to visuals. If you make the most of your body language during your job interview, it can help you leave a great impression with a potential employer. 7 body language mistakes to avoid during interviews. 1. Slumping. Don't give the impression that you'd like to curl up into a ball and be anywhere else. Instead, sit as if there's a string tied from the top of your head to the ceiling. This trick also helps if you have a tendency to lean back in the chair, which could be viewed as not taking the conversation seriously. Similarly, watch your posture when standing. Push your shoulders back, keep your chin up, and stand with your feet slightly apart. Studies show taking on this Superman pose actually changes the hormones in your brain after only 2 minutes, leaving you feeling stronger and less stressed. 2. Wandering eyes. Do your eyes dart around the room while listening and speaking? Are you guilty of looking at the ceiling or floor rather than at people? Such actions make you appear apprehensive and distracted. Make direct eye contact with your interviewer, both while listening and speaking, Parton said. Every word you say should land on your interviewer's eyes. You develop immediate rapport by making direct eye contact. The interviewer will see you as a confident and competent candidate. Practice this by sharing a story with a friend, without breaking eye contact. 3. Fiddling with objects. An interviewer who witnesses you playing with your jewelry, picking at your fingernails, or twirling your hair may assume you're bored or impatient. Luckily, this is a body language mistake with an easy remedy. Simply eliminate the source, whether that means leaving bracelets at home or pulling back hair. Another trick is to press the fingertips of your hands together to form a church steeple. You'll display confidence while keeping your nervous digits under control. 4. Clenching. Hang tight to a chair's armrest or glue your hands to the desk's edge and run the risk of looking like a rollercoaster rider having second thoughts. Such white-knuckle grips also can lead your pent-up energy to come out in other undesirable forms, such as toe tapping or chair swiveling. A better choice is to use your hands to gesture while you speak to make answers more engaging, although see point number 7 to not overdo it. As Parton noted, this makes you look open and interested and allows you to use your energy in a positive way. 5. Failing to smile. A simple but often overlooked body language mistake is simply not looking happy to be there. Interviewers may assume you aren't. Instantly up your approachability and trustworthiness by smiling. People are naturally drawn to a happy face, and the feel-good chemicals smiling releases into the body will help you stay calm and upbeat. Smiling tells an employer so many things about you, but when we're nervous, we naturally stop smiling. Practice answering interview questions while reminding yourself to smile. If you don't smile sometimes during a job interview, it may wrongfully tell them you're not a positive person or you're just not excited about the role or the company, said Reynolds. 6. Defensive or aggressive body posture. Crossing your arms across your chest. Leaning forward a bit too assertively. Invading the interviewer's personal space. Aside from a handshake, no touching during an in-person interview. What characteristics do these postures share? They all risk coming off as being too, shall we say, in your face. Probably the last thing you want in an interview is to indicate that you're one to constantly question or challenge everything, at every turn. Turn off the aggressive body language cues and, instead, rest your hands in your lap, on the arms of the chair, or anywhere that conveys a sense of calmness and an even-tempered disposition. 7. Wild hand or arm movements. You may be super excited about the prospective job, but wild gesticulations with your hands or arms can seem, well, just a wee bit wacky. Even though you're enthusiastic, this can still be seen as a body language mistake. Settle down and study up on when and how to employ your hands during an interview. Used sparingly and with precision, hand gestures can be a powerful way to make a point, or even engage your interviewer in a moment of shared humor, frustration, or camaraderie related specifically to the discussion. The last thing you want to do is distract an employer away from your answers, but using big gestures or talking a lot with your hands will do just that. Some movements and gestures are great and can add to your overall interview performance. But try not to go overboard or the employer may stop listening to your words because they're too distracted by your movements, said Reynolds.